I had to read this article like 5 or 6 times because it's crazy. I read on ESPN.com, Oscar De La Hoya was considering coming out of retirement and fighting on October 20th at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York. And not only was he going to fight, but he was going to fight the middleweight champion Felix Sturm. That dude is pretty good. I think he's like 36-3 or 36-2. But I mean, why would you want to see that fight? It's not good for boxing. If you look at the De La Hoya Pacquiao fight, which was De La Hoya's last fight, the guy was a walking punching bag. He didn't have a shot. He couldn't do anything. He couldn't get his punches off. He couldn't move, and he quit on his stool. He quit in the corner. This guy has nothing to offer. He's 39 years old. What are you going to prove getting in there 39 years old, going up against a friggin' good, solid boxer? There's no point to it. It's bad for boxing. I don't want to see it unless you're a dedicated De La Hoya fan. And don't get me wrong, he has a lot of fans and a big following. But why would you want to watch that? And that's going to be the headline of the fight on October 20th. The guy's 39 years old. Why don't you come over and kick my dog for 3 rounds? I'd rather watch that. This guy doesn't have a shot. It's kind of like the James Toney thing. James Toney was supposed to fight. Who the hell wants to see James Toney fight? He's done. James Toney is awful. It doesn't make any sense to me. They're doing what they can do because they have big names. So they have big names, they draw attention to themselves. Did De La Hoya even have an intention to come back, or is this just a reason to get his name in the news, which I think it might be, because he's quoted as saying he's 39 years old and he's been training a couple days and his body hasn't recovered the way he's wanted it to. Okay, so why consider coming back and fighting? You're 39 years old. You ran for 3 miles and you're sore. There's no way you're going to fight a top-notch world champion if you can't run 3 miles. It doesn't make any sense to me. That's why, when I see this stuff online, it kind of pisses me off because James Toney and the word boxing should be in past tense, not something that's going to happen in the future. And De La Hoya is definitely not something that should happen in the future. That guy should, count his blessings while he can and be thankful that he's in the state that he's in and he's not a vegetable, because he took some shots against Pacquiao, and that's exactly what would happen if he fought someone else at this point in his career. So it kind of pisses me off that I had to read this article 4 or 5 times to believe it was actually a possibility. I don't want to see it. You had a great career. Call it a day. You got your own statue out in LA. You're in the Hall of Fame. Leave it at that, dude. Just leave it at that.